Hey, what's up, guys? Scott from Team High Heads back here again. This time, I'm going to be doing a deck profile for Superheavy Samurais. Um, I actually like the archetype of Superheavy Samurai, just using their defense to attack. I always thought that was a pretty neat concept. This deck is in no way competitive whatsoever, especially nowadays. But it's good that this deck is pretty good to have fun with your friends. So let's start off. This deck is legitly all monsters. I see some builds online where they tech in spell cards and stuff like that, but when you do that, your monster, like, it takes away from this deck. Your monsters can't really get their effects off like they need to, and it's just, I think, to me, it just takes away from the deck. So to start off, we're starting off with 3 Big Banky. He is, I would say, the boss of this deck, because he allows all your super extreme monsters to use their defense as attack and attack while in defense position. So he's it's always good to have him on the field. So play 3 of him. Next up, play 3 Trumpeteer. Trumpeteer is another good tuner in his deck. If you're on a spell trap cards in the graveyard, so some of this card from my hand, and only downside with that effect is I have to special summon a Super Heavy Samurai monster. So it's good and it's not good, but it's still level 2 and it's a free special summon, so it's all good. Next up is 3 Flutus. Sorry, using my phone again. Flutus effect allows you to trip itself off to special summon a Super Heavy Samurai monster from your hand, which is good. So the combo is usually summon Flutus, activate Flutus effect, tribute him all, summon Big Banky. And Flutus also has an effect in graveyard when you can banish himself to negate the activation of a card that targets a Super Heavy Samurai monster in the field. So a little added protection also. Next up is Battle Ball. I want to run 3 Battle Balls. For some reason I just can't find them anywhere. No one has them. But his effect is, if all the monsters I control are Super Heavy Samurai monsters and I have no spell trap cards in my graveyard, I can target a face-up monster my opponent controls that has a level and send this card and that monster to the graveyard for a synchro summon of a Super Heavy Samurai monster, Super Heavy Samurai synchro monster. So he's good to get over hard boards. So technically I want to run 3 of him, but I only have 2 of them right now. Next up is Soulfire Suit. Soulfire Suit is basically a hand trap, and I can send him to the graveyard from my hand to the graveyard, target defense position with some rare monster until it's in phase. It loses 800 defense, but it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. So that's good when you want to keep your Big Banky alive, or your warlords, or whatever monster you have on board. Next up is Gauntlet. Now, Gauntlet is really good when you just want to surprise your opponent and just OTK him with just 1 hit. Because Gauntlet's effect is you can send him from the graveyard and target a Super Samurai monster you control, and it doubles its defense. Meaning, so you use your attack as your defense, or your defense as your attack. That can get Big Banky up to 7,000. So you can drop 2 of these at the same time. So it's pretty fun. Just to drop these on someone when they're not expecting it and just wreck them. Alright. Next up, we got Super Heavy Samurai Scales. His effect is, if your opponent controls 2 more monsters, you can special summon him, and when he special summon, you can target a level 4 lower Super Heavy Samurai monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So, this effect is pretty good. Like, say you got Trumpeteer or you got Battle Ball in Grave. That's an easy ranks level 6 synchro. So I like him. Next up, we have Soul Beads. And Soul Beads is another hand trap. Uh, you can. The effect is, well, it's not a hand trap, I'm sorry. It's an equip card. So you equip this to a Super Saiyan monster once per turn when they be destroyed by card effect or not. And his hand effect is when this monster is destroyed, it sends to the graveyard. I can send this card from my hand and try to summon the monster in attack position. So it's good, but you legitimately never want to have your Super Saiyan monsters in attack position. That's some effective because their attack is usually super low. Next up, we got 2 Giga Gloves. Giga Gloves' effect is when he's destroyed by battle, I can look at the top 5 cards in my deck, or it's not when he's destroyed, it's just when he's sent to the graveyard. So, look at the top 3 cards in my deck, top 5 cards in my deck, and arrange them in any order. Then his graveyard effect is, while he's in my graveyard and my opponent attacks, plays in direct attack, I can banish him from the graveyard, activate the top card of my deck. If it's a Super Heavy monster, I get to add it to my hand, and attack a monster loses, attack becomes 0. So, that's pretty good. But if it's not a Super Heavy monster, which, why wouldn't it be? Since all this deck is monsters, the card will get sent to the graveyard. But that is a permanent attack decrease. Their attack becomes 0 permanently. Soul Claw. Soul Claw is another hand trap. I can target a monster I control, attach it to it, and it gains 500 in attack and defense and cannot be destroyed by battle. That's all it really is good for. Like, is effect you would, if you got Gauntlet in hand and Big Banky on the field, you would attach this to Big Banky. Big Banky would swing. Then you would drop. Sorry, guys. Drop Gauntlet. Big Banky's now 4. Tag was 8,000. So that's fucking. It's just really, really stupid. But yeah. Next up, 2 Soul Piercers. Soul Piercer allows you to do piercing damage. So, and he has another effect if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, I can add a Super Saiyan monster from my deck. So, this is pretty good. Next up, we got 2 Soul Peacemakers. Peacemaker's effect is he attaches himself to a Super Saiyan monster and tributes himself off and that monster to special summoning Super Saiyan monster from my deck. So the combo is normal summon Peacemaker, attach Super Soul Piercer, attach Peacemaker, Soul Piercer. Peacemaker effect activates, tribute off Soul Piercer. Then Soul Piercer effect activates, so you would get the monster onto the field with Peacemaker, which probably should be Big Banky. And you would get Soul Piercer's effect to add anything like gauntlets, claws to your hand. So yeah. Next up, we have 2 Blue Brawlers. Blue Brawler can't be destroyed by battle. So yeah, that's when he's normal special summon. Just a regular rank 4, so rank 4 please. Next up, we have 2 Superheavy Samurai Drum. If this card is sent to the graveyard, I can target Super Saiyan monster in my graveyard, except Drum, and special summon it. And he's a level 1 tuner, so again, you can do the same plays I showed you with Soul Piercer or Peacemaker. Summon him, attach Peacemaker to him, send him to the graveyard. Drum's effect activates, Peacemaker effect activates. So, yeah. Next up, we have Superheavy Samurai Magnet. He gets you your easy rank 4 plays because when he's normal special summon, when he's normal summon, I can special summon a level 4 lower Super Samurai monster from my hand. and then you change his card's battle position. So yeah, you can use him with where's he at? With him. So you normal summon magnet, affect the magnet, summon scales, affect the scales. Well, magnet effect have to resolve first. You can switch to defense. Scale effect activates targeting monster in your graveyard, so summon it. So yeah, that's the easy rank 10 right there. Well, depending on if you have Battle Ball or you have Trumpeteer Engrave. So yeah. One torch. He's only good for protection. Like I'm thinking about just taking him out. It's effective when the monster clears an attack while you have no spell trap cards in your graveyard. Send this card from my hand to the graveyard, and target a Super Saiyan monster I control. Change the attack to it and perform damage calculation. And once per turn, when the opponent's monster declares an attack, I can change the attack target to this card and perform more damage calculation. He can't be destroyed by battle, so he's like Blue Brawler, but a little bit worse. Next up, we have Super Samurai Prep Defense. Its effect is I can't normally flip summon him, and if I don't have any cards in my graveyard, spell trap cards in my graveyard, and when I take battle damage, and I can special summon him from my hand. I can special summon, and it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. So, yeah. He's like a battle fader, basically, but I have to take the damage first, so that kind of sucks. Next up, we have One Swift Scarecrow. Everyone knows what Swift Scarecrow does. Discard this to the grave, negate the game attack. Next up, we have Samurai Thief. He's okay. Like, he's not the best card, but he's okay. His effect is I can special summon him if I can have no bug trap card in the graveyard, like mostly all Super Samurai monsters. And I can destroy one card in my opponent's on the trap card zone, and I can set the destroy card on my side of the field, or I can destroy a pendulum and set the pendulum in my pendulum zone. So he's pretty good. Next up, we have Soul Horns. Another hand trap. This allows my Super Samurai monsters to make a second attack, and that's about it. Next up, we have the Pendulum monsters for Super Heavy. We got General Coral and General Jade. Coral's Pendulum effect is if a Super Samurai monster I control destroys a monster by battle, it can make a second attack. And Jade's Pendulum effect is I can target a Super Samurai monster and increase his level by 1. So they're okay. Coral's monster effect is if I contribute up to two Super Heavy Samurai monsters I control and draw cards equals that number. His monster effect isn't that relevant. Jade's Pendulum's effect is I contribute something to this card by triggering a Super Samurai monster. This card is no special summon. I can change its battle position, and it can take wide defense position, just like Big Bang Keep Up. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Next up is the extra deck. So I'm playing on Grand Pulse because I don't like back row in this deck. When you're getting X to add cards to my hand. One Heavy Armored Trained Iron Wolf. This card actually comes in pretty good. Playing a friend of mine's, I targeted my Big Banky. Iron Wolf's effect is I can target a attach the seed material from this card, target a machine type monster I control. This turn against attack your opponent directly, and other monsters I control can't attack. And this card is destroyed by opponent's card by battle card effect. I can add level 4 machine from my deck to my hand. So I was playing a friend. I had Banky on board. Summon Heavy Armored Iron Wolf. Activate Iron Will's effect, detach, targeting, banky, attack during damage calculation, drop the gauntlet, banky attack went up to 7,000, and Big C was a RIP. So yeah, I like him. On the Beast QB, his effect is he gains 900 attack, 900 defense for every special monster my opponent controls. So he can get pretty big. He's 25 defense, 19 attack. So he's pretty good. Think about running him up, bumping him up to 2. Next up, we have Stealth Ninja. Stealth Ninja can, like all Superheavy monsters, can attack while in defense position and uses defense for damage calculation. And his effect is we have no spell trap cards in the graveyard. I can have this card's original defense to the end of this turn. If I do, can attack the opponent directly. And once returned during the next standby phase after this card was destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, I can special summon him back to the field. So yeah. To Shukadoji. Shukadoji's effect is as soon as he hits the board, he destroys all spell and trap cards in the field. Well, all spell and trap cards my opponent controls. So yeah. To Stealth Ninja Ceratobes. He allows me to destroy a spell and trap card in the field and inflict 500 damage to my opponent. So, yeah. And then you got the big boss right here, Warlord Shushano. He can attack while in defense, just like all Super Samurai monsters. But his effect is, I can, during the player's turn, I can target a spell trap card in my opponent's graveyard and place it on my side of the field and banish it. So, for those strikes, those warnings, those D barriers, like all that good stuff, yeah, they'll be mine when I'm playing with him. So, that's it for my deck profile for Superheavy Samurais. Like I said, it's not a really competitive build. It's more so fun with your friends. So, if you guys see anything I should change, add, just let me know in the comments. This is Scott from Team Hothead signing off.